The Trump administration is now holding a tanker filled with Venezuelan oil.
We've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela, large tanker, very large. Largest one ever seized, actually.
U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi is releasing this video of a U.S. Coast Guard team taking control of the vessel yesterday off the Venezuelan coast. U.S. officials say the tanker is carrying about 2 million barrels of crude oil, about half of it belonging to a Cuban oil importer. Chris Reyes is back on the story for us today. Chris, good to see you. So what is the latest you're hearing now, what you've been tracking coming from Washington?
Hey, good morning, Angie. So let's just flesh out some of those details that you already shared. What we know so far is that the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, and the Coast Guard executed a warrant to seize this oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela that they claim transported sanctioned oil between Venezuela and Iran. So this is according to Attorney General Pam Bondi, who also posted this video, this dramatic video of helicopters descending on this tanker with armed men going into the boat and then seizing it. Just for some context, the U.S. has sanctioned Venezuelan oil since 2019, Angie, but this is the first time that they have seized an actual oil tanker. And this really represents a very dramatic escalation from what we've seen in recent months in this stare down between Venezuela and the U.S. You know, very recently, President Trump ordered the airspace around Venezuela closed, even though that was not in his jurisdiction. And of course, there were those deadly strikes on alleged drug smuggling boats off the coast of Venezuela. The Trump administration has insisted that this is about those illegal drugs, but Venezuela has clapped back, saying that they are their sovereignty is being violated by the United States. And you played a little bit of that clip from President Trump reacting to the seizure, essentially confirming it, but sharing a few details. Have a listen to what else he said about that.
Well, we keep it, I guess.
Where does it go? What port does it go to?
Well, you have to follow the tanker. You know, you're a good newsman. Just follow the tanker.
Do you know where it was going?
Follow it. Get a helicopter and follow the tanker.
Is it true it's going to
But we're going to, I assume we're going to keep the oil.
And the other allegation here, Angie, is that this tanker was part of a shadow fleet, essentially oil tankers that move sanctioned oil and evade global shipping rules. But that's, again, according to the Trump administration, that has been quite vague in releasing details as they launch these actions against Venezuela.
Yeah, Chris, this action, the seizure of the oil tanker here appears to be part of like the Trump administration's pressure campaign on Venezuela. But what are we hearing from the Venezuelan government on this?
Yeah, they issued a statement in reaction to this, calling this move by the U.S. blatant theft and an act of international piracy. They vowed to talk about this in international forums. So presumably they'll say something here at the United Nations, Angie. So we'll wait to hear about that. Again, the Trump administration has insisted that this is part of their war on drugs. But those experts watching these foreign policy moves by the Trump administration, some are saying that this reeks of a regime change on the part of the Trump administration. We talked to an NYU professor with expertise in Latin American studies. Have a listen to his take on everything that's happened so far.
Venezuela is playing an extremely dangerous game of, I could call it chicken. Really, what the United States is trying to do, or seems to be trying to do, is goad Venezuela into some sort of response. So far, Venezuela has been very disciplined. The fact that Maduro has said, we're not going to respond to this seizure, also suggests that there may be an opportunity to keep the other line of communications open.
All right. I mean, and we'll wait to see if that meeting even takes place. Angie, what we have seen is that there hasn't been action on the part of Venezuela other than really rallying their supporters. Maduro has held quite a number of rallies calling on his supporters to to fight back against these U.S. actions. There have been statements here at the United Nations, but beyond that, no real concrete actions from Venezuela against the U.S. We'll see if any, any hint of diplomacy between the two countries happen in the weeks ahead as this stare down really heats up. I mean, this is a pretty dramatic escalation with this seizure of an oil tanker.
And I know that you'll be keeping a close eye on any of those further developments. As you mentioned, it's still a very, very precarious situation there. Chris, appreciate it. Thank you so much for this.
Thanks, Angie.